Hi guys! So today we're going to start a new Shakespeare play. We're going to start Macbeth. And Macbeth is a tragedy, so prepare to be sad at the end of it. So first I'm going to start with reading the short summary that they have at the beginning. So here it is. I'll show it to you. So this is the short summary, and here's a picture of Macbeth. I'll try and get him to look like that, but we'll see. So let's see. It says, "What happens when ambition turns evil? What happens when a man betrays his king, his friend, his own soul? Those questions are at the heart of Macbeth. Fair is foul, and foul is fair, when the warrior hero Macbeth and his wife aspire to become king and queen of Scotland. They think their only way to the throne is by the sword. But evil deeds have a way of revealing themselves." Interesting. Alright, so like it said here, this takes place in Scotland in the 11th century. Okay, and let's begin. Thunder crashed and rumbled across the barren Scottish heath. A lightning bolt silhouetted two men on horseback before the gloom swallowed them up. "So foul and fair a day I have not seen," said Macbeth, Thane of Glamis. Banquo, the Scottish general who rode alongside him, silently agreed. So right off the bat we have Macbeth, Thane of Glamis, and Banquo, the Scottish general. Okay. So we'll draw Macbeth over here. And I think we'll draw Banquo under him, because I do know that Macbeth is married and I want them to be next to each other. So let's see. Macbeth and Banquo. Is that showing? Okay, cool. Alright, so Macbeth, from that picture, he had dark hair. My black marker is not very good, so we're gonna just use brown and give him, he had a beard, remember? So we will give him a beard and long hair, and this is pink. So there's his hair, and then his beard and mustache. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think that's good enough. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is Macbeth. Ooh, almost fell. Alright. Macbeth. And what is he again? He's an army general, and he's also Thane of Glamis. And Thane means baron. I'm just gonna put Thane of Glamis. That's a badass. Oh, very messy. Okay. All right. Now we have Banquo, whose face is a little lopsided, to be honest. So, let me see. All right, well, that's a little better. Oh, okay. And why don't we give him some blue eyes? All right. Shall we give them both beards? Maybe. Maybe I'll give this one another kind of beard. I kind of like his face. Maybe we'll leave it. What kind of hair should I give him? I wish I had you guys here so you could, you could help me. I feel like I can never make up my mind with appearances. Oh dear. Alright. And I wish I had more hair colors. We're just gonna leave it like this, I guess. We'll do some swoopy hair. And some sideburns, I guess. We'll give him a little goatee. Okay. Alright, so this is Banquo. And you spell Banquo, B-A-N-Q-U-O. B-A-N-Q-U-O. And Banquo is an army general, alright? Okay. So let's continue. Let's see. So remember, they're on horseback, and it seems like there's a thunderstorm going to happen. So both men drove their horses forward across the windswept heath. They were bone weary, which means just really tired, right? But the exhilaration of victory raced through their veins. Macbeth's army had just crushed a bloody rebellion against Duncan, King of Scotland. Do we need Duncan? We need Duncan. All right, let's finish this paragraph. Macbeth himself had slain the revolt's leader. Now Macbeth was anxious to reach King Duncan's castle, and whatever reward his service had earned him. Wait, so did he kill King Duncan? Had slain the revolt's leader. Oh, okay, so I don't think he killed King Duncan, but he killed whoever was in charge of that one revolt that they just beat. Okay? So now they're going to King Duncan's castle. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so shall we draw King Duncan? Let's wait. We'll just draw King Duncan when he first appears. So let's see. Where am I? As Macbeth and Banquo neared the king's stronghold, 3 grotesque, rag-clad figures boiled up from the boggy ground. Startled, Macbeth reined in his horse before the strange beings. They were witches, said to possess wicked powers and foresee the future. So, there are 3 witches. Let's draw the witches. And I think I'll draw them over here. Aw, man, I don't have green. I'll make them purple. Yeah, I think I'll make them purple. Let's see. So, shall I make them completely purple? Maybe I'll make them blue with purple hair. Okay, so these are the witches. And I have blue noses. Blue noses. Okay. Little red mouths. They're like saying stuff, so. Alright. And alright. And they will have hair. Okay, good enough, I think. And these are the witches, so we will call them the witches. Oh no. The witches. And is that all that they are called? Well, the three witches, but it, you know, it's pretty obvious there are three, right? Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I just bumped the chair. It's on a pile of books, so I'm trying to make it so you don't see the books. Oh well. Alright. So, as Macbeth and Banquo neared the king's stronghold, three grotesque rag-clad figures boiled up from the boggy ground. Startled, Macbeth reined in his horse before the strange beings. They were witches, said to possess wicked powers and foresee the future. "All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!" croaked the first witch. "All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!" gasped the second. The third witch gave Macbeth a jeering smile. "All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter." Banquo pulled his mount even with Macbeth's, so that means he just made his horse go up next to Macbeth's. "If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not," he charged the witches, "speak now to me." So Banquo was saying, if you're really seeing the future, tell me what's going on. "Hail Banquo," replied the first witch, "lesser than Macbeth and greater." "Not so happy," added the second witch, "yet much happier." The third laughed aloud. "Thou shalt father kings, though you yourself be none." Interesting. Okay. Then the witches' garments began to grow misty and their skin transparent. Stay and tell me more. I'm sorry, I'm covering the witches. I'll go like this. Stay and tell me more, Macbeth cried. He rode desperately into the creature's dispersing mist. By my father's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis, he shouted. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives. Mist encircled the two generals like thick fog, and the witches were gone. Macbeth looked at Banquo thoughtfully. Your children shall be kings, he said. You shall be king, Banquo said lightly. Macbeth forced a smile. And Thane of Cawdor, too, said they not so? Suddenly Banquo wheeled his horse around. Who's there? He shouted. So, just to clarify, you guys, so the witches can see into the future. So now Banquo and Macbeth are talking about what the witches told them, and they're wondering to themselves if any of it is going to come true, because they think that the witches can see the future, but it could also just be a prediction about what might happen in the future, right? Yeah, okay, we'll pause here. I think it's a good place to pause. All right, and we'll continue in the next episode. Bye, guys.